AI app builders are exploding right now. You've probably seen the ads of them promising you that you can actually build your dream app within minutes. But when you actually try them, most either drain your credits, crash mid-project, or give you code that's impossible to maintain. So I decided to do something different. I took 3 of the most popular AI app builders currently out there at the moment, which include Base 44, Bolt, and Lovable, and I put them through a real-world stress test. Not toy examples, but 2 actual SaaS apps that I built. The first one being a stock portfolio dividend tracker with a calendar view, which I'm going to be covering in another video, so stay subscribed for that. And the second one being a YouTube video summarizer app that pulls the transcripts of YouTube videos and gives them a summary of the video that was outlined. So same prompts, same features, and no cheating. And this is what I found with the 3 tools that I tested out. Let's start with Base 44. Base 44 has been getting a lot of hype, and for good reason, because what I found was that the code that it generates was very clean, the variable names make sense, and the structure is logical, and there's no spaghetti mess when you can't tell what's happening. Both apps, the dividend tracker and the YouTube summarizer, ran without hitting any major roadblocks, and the dividend tracker was able to calculate the totals correctly, display them in the right places, and the calendar view worked exactly as expected, which was amazing. The YouTube summarizer, it integrated well with the APIs, it parsed the transcripts, and it condensed all the summaries without throwing any weird formatting errors. So the biggest win for Base 44 was its context retention. So I could give it up like a follow-up prompt. Remember these results, and it actually remembered the code that it had written earlier instead of re-overwriting things randomly. It's not the flashiest in terms of like UX and UI design, but in terms of getting stuff working and maintainable code that you can actually build upon, it's actually very solid. Next up we have Bolt. So Bolt's main selling point is that it has beautiful UI generation, and I'll give them credit for that. Both apps look polished out of the gate, was great. The dividend tracker had a nice dashboard layout style, and the YouTube app interface was clean, modern, and it will probably impress a client on the first glance. But here's the problem. Bolt crashed a lot. Every single time it crashed, I had to restart the session, which burnt through the credits. In one test, it crashed 4 times in under half an hour, which it's just frustrating, especially when you're on the free plan. But if you're on a paid plan, that will just make things more expensive. And the crashes don't just waste credits, they break your momentum. If you're mid-flow trying to get something to work in your place, you're going to be spending more time to get back to where you were than what you were actually building at the start. I would say is that if you have the patience and the credits, and UX UI design is very important for your business, Bolt can work for quick UI prototypes, but for complex multi-step builds where you need stability, it's actually pretty risky. Sorry Bolt. Let's finally talk about Lovable. So on the surface, Lovable sounds great. They promise React Native compatibility with their mobile apps, meaning that you should be able to build once and export to mobile. But here's the truth when I tried it out. The mobile export is where it completely falls apart. Both apps build fine as web versions, but when I tried to export the 2 apps to React Native, I found the web-specific libraries sprinkled throughout the code, and navigation functions didn't exist in mobile, and styling was all over the place. So I prompted it multiple times to fix these issues, but it would just re-export the same broken code and introduce new errors. And then I tried to use an AI agent to fix everything up, and it just made things a lot worse. So if you only care about launching a web app, Lovable can do a great job for that. But if your goal is overall a mobile-only app, then their marketing promises are unfortunately a bit misleading, as it's not ready for production as yet. But who knows, that might change later, because Bolt obviously became the fastest growing startup, where I think they were over worth, I don't know, so somewhere in the hundreds of millions now. So maybe they'll get better over time. So here's how I personally rank them based on my own personal experience. So in terms of code quality, Base 44 wins here. Bolt's code is fine when it works, but Lovable's mobile export was a complete mess in the end. In terms of UI design, I think Bolt takes this category here as the winner, as Base 44 designs are functional, but I feel like they could be improved, so hopefully that improves over time. Stability, Base 44 wins over here. Lovable runs stable on web, but Bolt's crashes are hard to overlook, as they were pretty annoying in the end. So the overall winner here is Base 44. Not because it's the fastest or the prettiest, because it's reliable, it understands context, and it doesn't crash your credits into oblivion. If you're building something that you want to maintain long term, Base 44 is the safest bet here. I would still use Bolt if I need a beautiful clickable prototype for say like a pitch meeting or something that I want to quickly draft up. Just expect it to restart often. And I would use Lovable for web-only projects when a mobile export isn't on the roadmap for the product. But for production apps, Base 44 is the one I would start off with every time. Don't make the same mistakes I did. Be specific with your prompts, save your work often, and if you're going on mobile, test your exports early and often instead of waiting till the complete end. I burnt through a lot of credits learning this the hard way, even on the free plans, which ended up taking a lot more time. So hopefully this saves you some money and some time and also some major headaches as well. If you tried these tools in the past, let me know your experience in the comments as well. And if you're a business owner and you're looking for someone to help you bring your app idea to life, whether it's AI powered, mobile first, or integrated with hardware, click on the link below to book in a free call with me. The link is in the description below, and I'll help you choose the right tools and can work with you to build something that actually works for you.